Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be doing this week's reading. If you are new here, hello, my name is Tealia, and this is my group. Today I'm behind the camera, and we are reading today from the Love is Love, or from the Pride Tarot, which has Love is Love on the side. You can see it on the back of the cards. This is what the box looks like. And this deck, like it says, features 45 artists. And so each card is designed by a different artist. And each artist is part of the LGBTQ community. So I'm very excited that we get to use this deck for our weekly readings in June. It is the second week of June. We're going into Litha season, into summer solstice. If you are a witch, that is something that will resonate. If you are not a witch, summertime is coming. What are your plans for summer? Summer is the energy of fun and pleasure, play, excitement. It's full moon energy. We've got a full moon coming up tomorrow if you're listening to this in real time too. All right, so I thought I would change the orientation for this video so you guys can see exactly what I see when I read. You have to let me know what you think, since this is just for our group. Let's ask Spirit, what do we need to know for this week ahead? Ooh, Six of Wands. So we've got some recognition coming. Some people in your world are ready to see who you are, and they're recognizing some things. Now, those things might be uncomfortable, right? Those things might be things that they're witnessing in you that you are afraid to witness in yourself. There are people around you. I want you to think about your tribe, okay? And I use that word intentionally. Your chosen family. Sometimes our friends are our family, and they are closer than blood. So I want you to think about your people, your circle, your coven. Who is in your coven and who actually sees you? Who cheers you on? If you are a projector in human design, this is going to be especially relevant. Projectors are wired to recognize recognition. We need recognition. I say we because I'm a projector. 20% of people are projectors. And if you are a projector, this is going to resonate because you have to have recognition with the invitations that you answer. You have to have recognition. So this card, the Six of Wands, is about who is recognizing you, who sees you fully. Where are the spaces in your life where you feel seen, where you not only see other people, but this is really about receiving. Where are you seen? Maybe it's at work and your team is connected to you. Maybe they are giving you accolades. Maybe it's your circle, it's your community, your group of friends. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's with your kids. Maybe it is with your siblings. Where do you feel seen? Where do you feel like you can be yourself? Because I have a feeling with this Knight of Wands reversed here, there is some energy here that is kind of unmotivated. It's like maybe you haven't always had this. This is our theme for the week. I'm going to put this at the top. You haven't always had the motivation to be out there and to be seen. You know, it can take a lot of energy, right? It can take a lot of energy to be out and loud and proud. And it's like you haven't always had the energy. You haven't always known how to do it. The Emperor brings us structure. He's a Saturn card. He's the daddy of the tarot. Look at daddy energy, right? Look at her. Oh my goodness. Daddy energy. So when we've got the I don't know how and the no motivation, it's really hard to start to make any progress. It's really hard to start to be out there, to be seen. And it's interesting with Pride Month, this week might be a week for you to be seen. This is the week of the full moon. We are going into the full moon. We've got Litha coming in just over 10 days. We are going through some massive changes here, friend, and it's important to make sure that you have the ability to be seen and that you feel comfortable being seen. So let's see how we get there. Because as of late, it's been really hard to know what to do. It's been really hard to know how to do it and how to fit. And it's been really hard to start the journey that you want to start because you're all up in your head. You're all up in your head and your body's kind of like tapped out. So let's see, how do you start this? How do we build our confidence to be ourselves this week? How do we call in that motivation, call in that structure so we can start new things? How do we own it? How do we call in main character energy? If you are a Haven student, I'm going to put an incense blend for main character energy in the spell library after this. I just made it up this weekend, and I will share it. Let's see. Yeah, the Hanged Man reversed. So you got to stop playing the victim, friends. Everything is not out of your control. There's so much here about I am not the one that's in charge. There's systemic issues, which is true, right? We know that, but you also have more power than you think you do. The Hanged Man reversed is all about you trying either to control everything or you saying, fuck it, it's everybody else's problem. I'm the one that's at a disadvantage. While it may be true that you are the one at a disadvantage, that is not an excuse for you to not be an activist. It's not an excuse for you to not use the platform that you do have. It's not an excuse for you to not use your own voice. Look at this. Your voice matters. We need everybody. We literally need everybody, even if you're tapped out, even if you have no structure, right? Even if you don't know exactly how to start the journey that you want to start, that doesn't mean we don't need you to start the journey. We definitely need you. The world needs you. And you're trying to pretend that it's everybody else's problem. This also involves you needing to move on. There is a transition here, okay? And this is interesting because if you are part of Haven and have studied Foundations of Spell work with us, you know that when you are in the middle of transforming anything, this is a transformation here. When you're in the middle, yeah, look at when you are in the middle of transforming here, something has to be let go or you won't have a transformation. If you don't let something die and be reborn, you won't have anything new. And so the Six of Swords asks you, where are you able to move on? What are you going to move on from? You've got to pick. What are you going to move on from? You can't keep telling the same stories. You can't keep sitting on your bum and saying conveniently, I don't know how. Guess what? No one knows how. We all start as beginners. So first step of this transformation is you've got to check your victim mentality. The universe is not punishing you. What is showing up is designed to shock you to get on fucking move with your intentions. If that doesn't make sense to you, you need to come study with me at Haven. Okay? What are you going to get? What are you going to let go of? What are you going to let go? You cannot bring everything with you where you are going. You're not going to be recognized for how much trauma you have. You're not going to be recognized for how much of a victim mentality you have. You're not going to be celebrated for holding on to shit that's not meant for you. Do these people look like they are holding on to shit that doesn't matter? Do they look like they are trying to control everything? Do they look like they're playing the victim? No. They look happy and elated and effervescent. There's even bubbles at the top of the card, right? They're happy. They're celebrating. This is about recognition, right? That's what pride is about. So when you are moving on and when you are able to look your victim mentality in the face, you clear a lot of stuff in between you and the people who are ready to see you. Whether that's customers, whether that's friends, whether that's community, whether that's your spouse, maybe whether that's your kids, your in-laws, you clear away all this stuff that's keeping them from seeing you. They can't even get here to recognize you the way that you want to be recognized, the way that the recognition wants to come through, because you're stuck in the I don't knows and you're stuck in the victim mentality. So your first step is to let that shit go. Let your victim mentality go. Okay, move on from that. It's time to let that go. Oh, I just dropped two cards. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, you are doing you are doing so much mental work that it's stressing you the fuck out. Okay, I'm going to move these over so you can see these a little bit better. You are doing too much work and you are stressing yourself the fuck out, and it's actually blocking you from the stuff that you could be having. You are way up in your head and it's like you can't even see what's in front of you. You're so stuck on your mentally stuck on your unfulfillment This is literally victim mentality. Look at her. I mean, she's depicting what this card is about. She does not look happy. She's got like demons in her soul. She is just fucking tormented. And the moon represents illusion, right? She is in la la land. She is in daydream land. All she can see is her mentality. All she can see is, man, this shit fucking sucks. The universe is punishing me. No, my love. The universe is not punishing you. The universe is calling you to change. It's calling you to change. It's calling you to let go of you thinking that the universe is punishing you, because it's not. It's not. I have 5 questions that I ask everybody when they're at a limitation. So if this is you, okay, you're gonna get some coaching here today too. If this is you, and you are at the 6 of Wands, and you are wondering, I want to be recognized. I'm not recognized enough. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I'm unmotivated. I don't have the structure, and I don't have what I need to start. I feel incomplete. I feel insecure about being who I need to be to have the recognition that I really, honestly, desperately want and very much deserve. So here's your 5 questions when you're at a limitation like that. If that's you and you're like, how the fuck do I get rid of this? How do I change my victim mentality? I heard you, Teal. I understand. I'm ready to let it go because I'm overthinking and I'm costing myself the awareness of incredible opportunities that are around me. How do I get back to balance? This was on the bottom of the deck. How do I get back to balance and groundedness? Okay. Here's your 5 questions. Number 1, how is this great? How is it great that you've had victim mentality all this time? How is it great that you don't know what the hell you're doing? You don't know what comes next. You are a person without a mission right now. How is that great? How is it great that you don't have structure and you don't know how? How is it great that you're scared as fuck to start? How is it great that you are a novice? How is it great that you have victim mentality? How is it great that you're ready to let it go? Next question, what's not perfect yet? You can see my notes. What's not perfect yet? I'm literally reading y'all my 5 questions. What's not perfect yet? Maybe the fact that you're overthinking, babe. Maybe the fact that you can't get out of illusion. All you see is the shit that's not working and what's stressing you out. No wonder you're not getting recognized for your joy or your contribution or your creativity or your passion or your humanity or your activism or your values. Because you can't even see you. She's not looking at us. She's off to the side. Right? She's missing it. She's missing it. So how do you do this? What's not perfect yet? What's not perfect yet? What's not perfect about your victim mentality? What's not perfect about the recognition? What's not perfect? What do you need to do to make things how you want it? What do you need to do about this to make things how you want it? If this is what you want and you are getting rid of your victim mentality, what do you need to do to make it how you want it? Maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe you need a reading with me. Maybe you need some cosmic clarity on what the hell is going on or what spirit's actually calling you to do. Maybe you need a journal. Maybe you need to take a fucking nap, friend. Maybe you need to rest. Talking to my manifestors and my projectors, you need to rest, friend. You need to rest. You're overtired. Have you ever dealt with an overtired toddler? I'm not calling you a toddler, but have you ever dealt with an overtired toddler? They look a lot like this. They feel a lot like this, right? Everything is a meltdown. They cannot see anything happy. There's no wishes being made. There's no fulfillment. They can't even see it because all they see is meltdown, right? So what do you need to do to make things how you want it? Maybe you need more alone time to stop fucking overthinking. Maybe you need time with more friends. Maybe you need a better supportive community. Maybe you need people you can be yourself around. Maybe you're overthinking because you're not safe with your people. Maybe those aren't your people. What do you need to do to make things how you want it? What do you need to stop doing to make things how you want it? Stop hanging out with your friends that make you overthink. Stop hanging out with fucking community that reinforces your victim mentality. If your friends always agree with you, you need better friends. This is fierce as hell today because Spirit's like, no, we are not going into summer doing the same shit we did in the spring, the same shit we did in the winter, the same shit we did in the fall. No, 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 no. You need to get new people around you that are not going to co-sign your shitty mental stories about yourself. We're not doing that. So I said you're going to get some fierce coaching. You need to stop your victim mentality. Stop thinking that the universe is shitting on you and that it's personal. It's not. You're not getting punished. It's time for you to move on. The reason why it's getting worse is because you haven't loosened your grip yet. The universe is trying to get you to let go of this so you can have this because there's no fucking space for this to show up. You're not showing up hungry. You're showing up to the restaurant already full. The universe can't give you what you can't handle. And if you have no space for this can't change to show up and meet that goal, meet that intention of you to have supportive community because all you're doing is focusing on your victim mentality. This is getting shittier because you're not letting go of it. It's time to let go. Time to let go. Last question is, how can I enjoy it? How can you enjoy this time? Well, let me tell you, when you figure out that you want to show up authentically as who you are and you want to be seen and recognized for it, you're going to figure out who is not on that train with you. You're going to figure out the people in your world that are committed to you staying the same person as you were when they met you. And so when you change and you become a more authentic version of yourself, they don't like it. And guess what? That's not your problem. What it does mean is that there will be some transformation in the community that you curate because you want people who are going to challenge you. You want people who are not going to co-sign your victim mentality, and you want people who are going to authentically see you. That means they see you when you're trying to serve bullshit, right? They call you the fuck out. That's what is coming in for you if you, well, I mean, that's kind of what's here. And that will continue until you are ready to let your victim mentality go. Okay? So let's clear this and let's see what Spirit has next. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Hmm. Wow, do you see that? That's the same card we just pulled, but it's in reverse. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is great. So the Hermit reversed, I'll pick it up so you can see it. This is phenomenal. This is talking about getting out there. You have been hiding in your Knight of Wands reversed, in your lack of motivation, you've been hiding. It is time to get out there. It's time to go do the thing. You've been isolating, right? There's a difference between solitude and isolation. You've been isolating, friend. You're probably a quality time person, which is why you want that Six of Wands, that celebration with your people. And because you're a quality time person, when you are in your feels and you are spiraling, you tend to isolate. So you've probably been isolating. I just called most of you out. But guess what? When you stop isolating, when you are out there, when you are doing the thing, when you are with your community, when you are learning, when you are growing, when you are you're out there, you are extrapolating on what you have learned. You're teaching, especially if you have a sixth line and you are older in age, you are meant to be teaching. If you are a fifth line, you are meant to be teaching. So your job is to take yourself out of isolation. Your job is to move yourself into integration. Stop fucking hiding. Because your anxiety will release itself once you come out of hiding. It's like you feel like you're the only person that's ever walked this, or you feel like you're the only person that's ever had victim mentality. And you know what? Isn't that so funny? With victim mentality, one of the biggest lies we get told is I'm the only one who's ever felt this way. How often have you heard your victim mentality say that, right? I'm the only one who's ever felt this. I'm the only one who's ever walked this. No one else would get it. That's bullshit. As soon as you come out of hiding, out of isolation, you get met with release, with understanding, with support. Literally, the Ten of Swords reversed is mental support. You get support. You get to stop your nightmares. You get some grounded emotions. Look at them. They're fucking chilling. I just realized that he is like spread eagle, so I'm going to put my hand over that just so I don't get sucked. Four of Cups is about emotional groundedness. Look at this couple. They are chill. This is like a Saturday night or a Friday night at home with Bae on the couch in your boxers, cookies and milk, right? This is comfort food. You're feeling good. You get to like, I just get to be myself. When you are in this space with your partner, this is prime I get to be in myself space, right? They're probably parallel playing. He's got his phone out. They're chilling. They're chilling. This is comfortable, grounded, emotional space. That's the opposite of the Ten of Swords upright, right? This is chill. I'm going to stick this one just underneath here so I don't get sucked. And then this is the Five of Cups. This is one of those cards that is actually more positive when it's reversed, okay? So upright, take a look at the artwork. He is gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Look at that eyebrow magic. Gosh dang. Okay, so when I flipped this reversed, how it came out, the Five of Cups is about the ending of grief. The ending, when it's reversed, it's about the ending of a hard emotional situation. The ending of really big feelings of loss, right? Because when you look at this upright, he's pretty sad. He's at an ocean. He's releasing. Cups represent emotions, right? He's releasing his tears. Reversed, this is time for you to move into happiness. This is time for you. Yeah, look at it's time to be happy. It is time for you to move into happiness. It's time for you to move into a lighter flow of life, into less grief, into less sadness over what you have to be open hands around and letting go, and more into the kind of summer that you're calling into, right? So let's take a peek. Let's do a summer overview reading. I haven't done one of these yet. Usually I do seasonal overview readings. I haven't done one of those yet for summer, but let's just take a quick peek, Spirit. Let's clear this. What is coming up for the summer? They actually want me to use a different deck, so I'm going to use the Rainbow Tarot, if I can find it in here. Yes, I can. Let's pull out the Rainbow Tarot. This was made by Sonia Lazo. It looks like this. I'll stick that here. Let's give this a good shuffle. Oh, and this is her. These are her little insert cards. I want to shuffle those in there. Ten of Pentacles on the split. Let's see. It's always interesting to see where we split, huh? All right, one more for good luck. Okay, so what does our summer look like, Spirit? Give us an overview. Just an overview, an umbrella of summer. What can we expect as a collective? Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so overview for summer. This is the Fool, or the Foo, but reversed. So it's not going to be time to start something new. It's going to be time to relax, okay? Not time for a new journey. Also time to keep your eyes open, right? This is a summer where you might have some sense of deja vu. You might have a sense of something repeating. You might have a sense of, I had a summer just like this, right? And hopefully that's a positive deja vu. We'll see. But it seems like this summer is going to not be groundbreaking in terms of ingenuity. Okay. Probably not a time where a lot of new things are going to start. There are lots of decisions to be made this summer. Okay. And I want to caution you against indecision energy. Indecision is just wasted energy. Hesitation is wasted energy. Now, if you are an emotional authority in human design, you are responsible for taking time to make your decisions. So that is not hesitation, that's conscious time. If you are a reflector and you have a lunar authority, you are responsible for taking time making your decisions. Okay? It is important to note that the difference in intentionality behind taking time to make the decision and hesitating are different. Okay? You're going to have lots of decisions to make this summer. Make sure that you make them with your strategy and your authority in mind. If that's news, you need to come study at Haven. If you don't know what that is, you need to talk to me. Justice reverse. I'll show you guys upright just in case. You can see we already pulled this card once today, right, in our Pride Tarot deck. Justice reversed. You need to take some accountability for something, probably for the decisions that you made. Okay? There's going to come a point where you're going to have to answer for how you contributed. In every situation, we have three forces: a positive, a negative, and a neutral. Another way of saying that is active, passive, neutral. You play a force in every situation, in every moment in your life. So you can't move forward with these decisions, with the things that you need to integrate before you start something new, if you're not willing to take accountability. You have a very unique opportunity this summer to be able to see how you have contributed to the moments in life that have caused you to need healing. Okay? They are telling me, Spirit's telling me that this summer is a little bit of a development incubator for you. If you're at Haven, you already know that because you're studying or you're preparing to study with us in semester, maybe both. This summer is a expanse of development for you, a wide expanse of time where you get to not put in anything new, because you are not in a space to put in anything new. If you put in anything new before you've integrated, what happens? You'll just create what you exactly just lived. If that's what you want, I don't know why you're here. Still, because you know that's not going to work. So you're not going to start anything new. You have to make some new decisions. And part of those decisions have to be accountability. This is about who's to blame. This is about your peace, right? Moving out of victim mentality looks like taking accountability. It's not everybody else's fault. It's also not entirely 100% your fault, right? There are three forces. You have systemic and setting things as neutral force. You have you wanting something, and you have the thing that's denying it from you. You have to figure out what role you played. Where can you be accountable? Okay? If you are struggling with that, those 5 questions that I gave you for when you're stuck, play with those in your journal, because you have been complicit in the moments that have caused you to need healing, whether conscious or unconscious. You picked that partner. You said yes to the date. You ignored your intuition. You made that decision. You left that job. You fucked that chick, right? You made choices. You weren't dragged there. So you need to look at the decisions that you have made and how are you complicit, because it's not all about victim mentality. The second that you start taking radical accountability for your life, the second you become authentic. Those of you who are students of mine, you'll know that as you go from exoteric school to mesoteric school, you go from the school of fact and story to parable and myth in mesoteric schools. You go from someone who needs logic to an initiation, to being an acolyte. That process requires you to be accountable. It requires you to know that no one else needs to change. You need to change. Okay, if this is triggering for you, I want you to go look up Ho'oponopono. I'll put a link in the description because it's a really beautiful, very non-violent way of taking accountability for the situations around you. You are a living, breathing being with a magnetic field, and you call in things all the time. So just take accountability. That is going to be a preview of your summer. Okay, let's look at the bottom of this deck for a confirmation card. Yeah, the devil, friends. You're going to be tempted so fucking hard this summer to engage in old patterns and patterns of codependency, patterns that don't serve you. The devil is about addiction. The devil is about patterns. And if you look at this card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, let me see if I have my Rider-Waite deck right here. Let me see if I can find the devil really quickly. When you look at this card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you see that the people that are at the bottom of the devil card that are supposedly chained to him are not actually chained. They can undo their chains at any time. And so this is a card, the devil card, of you thinking that you are stuck in your addictions, and you actually need to make a choice to be able to do something different. Where are you? Where is the devil? There we go. Okay, so look. Do you see this? They can undo those. They can just fucking pull them off. Baphomet looks big and scary, right? They're there by choice. You don't have to stay here. Okay, so here's the depiction of the devil card in our rainbow tarot deck. Le diable. Okay? You are not as stuck as you think you are. But what that does tell me is that this victim mentality has been pervasive. This victim mentality, let's not cover up their beautiful artwork. This victim mentality has been so pervasive that it is that's like an addiction. Addiction is just having the pleasure and pain pathways reversed. You are addicted to your victim mentality because it's really easy to not take accountability. It keeps you on the couch. It keeps you unmotivated. When you are refusing to see how you contributed to situations, there's no motivation to do anything, right? You don't have to become better. You don't have to grow. You don't have to get results because you can just stay a blob. But that's not what you want. That's not why you're here. Spirit would not be telling me this otherwise. Okay? This was a little bit harsh of a reading, but if you if you are from if you've been around, if you're from here, if you've been around a little bit, you know that I do not sugarcoat. I will tell you what you need to hear, which is not always what you want to hear, but it is what Spirit has for you. Okay? Let me know what your thoughts are on this reading, and let me know what your thoughts are on this layout. Was it better for you to see the cards? Did you like it? Did you not like not seeing my face? Let me know how you fare with this layout, and if it's well received, I'll keep doing it. All right, love you guys.